Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and today we have a best of 3 in Division A. We've got Unity taking on Brickhouse in tonight's matchup. All 10 players are in the lobby, shaking the dust off the keyboards, saying their hellos, and we will get started here in just a moment. In case you're just checking me out for the first time, welcome. If you're here and you've forgotten about the subscribe button and the like button, then you're probably like me, because I forget about those things all the time. But take a moment, throw a like on the video, throw a subscribe on the channel. You'll get notified when all the new and shiny VODs pop up for all these series, as well as the short videos and the Game of the Week segment. All here, youtube.com/@crushcasts. So throw me some support, and of course, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for checking out the stream. That support as well is very much appreciated. Teams look like they're getting ready to go. Let's go to map select. Check out what's going on here. Volskaya Foundry, Infernal Shrines, Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Cursed Hollow, all banned for today's series. Some target bans on maps we don't normally see here, but we are starting things off on a pretty familiar Dragonshire, picked by Brickhouse. Draft is up, let's get in there. Alright. I have been feeling very tired today. I feel like it's reflecting in my voice. But we will soldier on, we will make through with our blue water. And we will see what Unity wants to first ban here. A very exciting series of patches in the last week. Mostly just bug fixes and the like. Of course, the biggest thing is the Samuro hearth bug, or hearth feature, depending on where you land on that discussion, has been removed. Samuro can no longer hearth and then swap with a clone that they left in lane. Along with that came a bunch of other changes as well, or I'd say more minor than that one. We had an issue with some block talents for a couple days and that got fixed. All in all, the game's pretty well the same as it has been, though. Cho'Gall going to be our first ban, followed by Maiev, taken out here by Brickhouse. Taking away the fringe picks here for Dragonshire. Excuse me. Let's see. Brightwing next to be removed. At this point in the season, there's a lot of research available on all teams. So you're taking away stuff that, you know, maybe that's only got a couple of games but has a 100% win rate, or just a strategy you super don't want to see. As Chromie rounds out our opening bans. Drunk Unicorn going straight to the Rhaegar first pick here for Unity. And Alex Straza Stitches, Brickhouse, taking no time in making their intentions known with this draft. They're going for globes. So Unity's got the Rhaegar. They're up against Stitches, Alex Straza. Mango Man gonna go for Tracer here. Definitely one that doesn't mind being in that back line. Pina Colada opting for Dahaka. I feel like if you're Unity, you're thinking about heroes that could take advantage of infinite globes. Excuse me. Mephisto is the first one that comes to mind for me. Brickhouse has the ban phase. You've also got to worry about just playing into a Stitches comp, because you can either prevent yourself from getting hooked, take a bunch of heroes that don't mind being hooked, or take a bunch of heroes that can just chase down and start a fight whenever Stitches does land a hook. Johanna going to be banned out, and Sonya actually removed here by Unity. Johanna definitely probably the strongest tank versus Stitches. So solid ban there from Brickhouse. Notable Stitches compatriots There's that Mephisto coming on through. I was going to say Junkrat's still available as well. Cyborg goes for Tyrael. You know, I think one of these teams might have been watching Ravencourt this weekend and seen one particular draft that came through in the Ravencourt EU games. As Kawaii goes for Varian here. We've got Varian Tracer. We need a main damage here from Lork. It's going to be Li Ming. Classic combo there for Unity. And Brickhouse is, we'll see what the final pick is for full meme mode right now. They're going for infinite scaling. Looking at this comp, I mean, trying to think of a non-mage. I mean, I guess they could go double mage. Why not? You could go Jaina here. But I'd be considering something like Vala. They're going to go for another Bruiser and Imperious. Interesting. I thought it was going to be Tyrael off lane, but I guess they wanted a different offlaner. Okay. On one hand, Brickhouse's comp is very silly, but on the other hand, I'm not sure Unity is really set up to punish this. They don't have much in the way of percent damage. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Game number 1. On the left in the blue, it is Unity. Lork on Li Ming. Kawaii on the Varian. Mango Man playing Tracer. Pina Colada on Dahaka. And Drunk Unicorn is on Rhaegar. On the right in the red, we have Brickhouse. Little Soul on Stitches. Cyborg playing Tyrael. Zesty on the Alexstrasza. Tater playing Mephisto. And Ronin is on Imperious.
2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Game number 1 is underway. As I quickly close that. There we go. Not sure why I'm getting stutters here. Not dropping frames. I just closed my Chrome tab, so hopefully those knock it off soon. But we'll keep an eye on the action. Nice drag landing there onto Tater. Helping Hand not going to connect. As Mephisto trying to move away there. Mango Man can't get the execute, but a good opening pressure here from Unity. And I don't see any strange programs open. I'm not sure why I'm getting stutters, but hopefully it's not too bad on y'all's end. Sticking together here are both teams in the bottom lane. Ooh, that was a bad one. Might need to restart the game after this one. Hopefully that'll fix it here. At the 1 minute mark, we see camps are now up. Unity going over to the left to get theirs started. Dahaka going to be met with the full squad here in the mid. Pina Colada has to scuttle away there. I'm getting some serious stutters now. Oh well. We shall deal with it. I've definitely dealt with worse. Shrine's activated. Split control right now, but we've got the Siege Giants for Unity. Sieging in here. Little Soul gonna go ahead and pull one into tower range. Mango Man was coming across thinking about going for a camp steal there, but just a moment late on those blinks. Dahaka and Imperious still 1v1 in the top lane there. Looks like Tracer's gone to catch a little bit of that mid-soak for Unity. Brickhouse rotating on up. Mango Man feeling just fine here. Notably, basically no CC outside of Stitch's hook. You've got some slows possible from Stitches. You've got some possible slows from Alexstrasza. But otherwise, not too much to prevent Tracer from moving around. Dahaka has wrestled the top back, so we're back to split ownership of these shrines again. Mango Man going into the back line, putting pressure onto Tater. Tracer just gonna keep on chasing for a moment there, why not? Imperius holds the top lane, so no Dragon Knight to be captured just yet. Why gonna be pulled into tower range, but feeling fine. Tahaka getting pings there, just in case there's a rotation from Stitches, with Stitches now showing in the mid. Oh, looks like we've got a disconnect. Maybe it's on server side. Come back to me. Well, it's weird because I'm not personally dropping any frames. Like, my connection feels fine, so I wonder if it's something with this, like, particular hot server we've connected to. Right now, we're just waiting on Alexstrasza to reconnect, and then we will jump back into it here. Looks like they're gonna give it a try. Let's get them the 3, 2, 1, and then we'll get going. Here we go. Alright, reconnection has been made. We're going back in. About to have level 7s for both squads here. No takedowns thus far. Furious, staying out of vision for now. Well, looks like we've got control here for Brickhouse. Rotating over to the mid as Tracer was soaking up that lane again. But bottom lane will quickly be taken back here by Unity. Abundance Quest, or Circle of Life, has now been finished up here for Alexstrasza as Taunt goes out onto Shyborg. Material warping back to safety here. As Tater takes a hit. Of course, now globes are being distributed by Alexstrasza, which will continue to pump up Stitches and Tyrael here, as well as Mephisto, getting that extra CDR. Brickhouse's power will grow. Mango Man gotta watch out for that splash damage. Blinks up toward the lane. There's the charge onto Zesty. Tracer dives on forward. Can't quite get the bomb connection, though. That will be the play here, though, for Unity, as Kawaii is pulled in. Moving back. No problem, though. They're looking for Alexstrasza. They're looking for Mephisto. Tahaka and Imperius continue their solo struggles. They're in the mid for now. Taunt goes out onto the front line this time. Little Soul having to move away. Dragon Queen popped here by Alexstrasza just to be able to hold this ground. Hook not going to connect there. Kawaii, nice dodge. Bottom Shrine hasn't been captured just yet, but it will be now. But that does allow enough time for Tracer to come up and interrupt mid. Ronan going to take a chunk out of Tracer there, though. Unity does have their 10s. Looking at Shield Wall, Isolation, Disintegration Beam, Pulse Rounds, and Ancestral Healing. Brickhouse has Judgment, Putrid Bile. This fight can break out here. Endurance of Hate you saw go out, as well as the Angelic Armaments and Circle of Life. Kawaii going to be caught here on the low side as the Bile is creating some space. Shyborg into the back, but is going to take a ton of damage there. Goes down. Ronan on the flank is looking to lock up Varian here. Nice cleanse by Rhaegar. Mana bars are very, very low here on the side of Unity, but they all will escape. Tahaka hanging out in the mid, trying to make sure there's no Dragon Knight capture. Pina Colada interrupts there. Brickhouse is retaining control, so Tracer has to stay in the mid. Hawaii is still very low on mana, hasn't been able to go back fully yet. Brickhouse going to spend some time grabbing their siege camp, getting that pushing. This might be a quick cap for Tracer here. No, Ronan's in the area. The globes keep on pouring in as 36 now for Stitches, 27 for Tyrael. Future Bile comes out from Little Sol once again to try to halt the retreat of Varian. Hawaii will be judged. Drunk Unicorn trying to get those heals flowing. Unfortunately, there were still 2 seconds left on that Ancestral. Mango Man going to end up being the one to receive it. Lord putting out the combo, but Tater still feeling healthy. Starting to make some progress here is Brickhouse. That Abundance a little bit more forward, but the heals do go out. Unity still ahead in levels here as they've been covering that mid lane a little bit better. Brickhouse going for the bottom camp here. Tracer now in the top lane. There won't be a camp invade option. Hook will not land, but that you saw that level 13 extended range hook is now online. Guess kills remain 1-1 here. Shybor gonna get hit with a combo, but enough healing, enough shielding. Material gonna be just fine. Future Bile here from Little Sol, trying to peel backwards. There's the ult from Mephisto landing onto the front line. Hawaii still controlling the space as Dragon Queen is used here by Zesty. Ronan tries to chase forward. Celestial Charge does not connect. The hook does, though, as Hawaii is still trying to move on back. Just the constant slows coming out from the Stitches are difficult to deal with. And Varian goes down. Tater's cooldown reduction from all these globes has been tremendous. Those Durance of Hates just keep on flying out. Tahaka heading up to the top lane, not going to be able to interrupt the mid, and Ronan, past the 10-minute mark, is going to claim our first Dragon Knight of the game for Brickhouse. $52 globes and counting for Stitches. Nice blink there by Li Ming. 39 and counting for Tyrael. Durance of Fate will not catch Mango Man as Tracer just weaving back and forth. Little Sol taking a hit, has to pop the Future Bile once again as Tracer just working on Zesty in the back line there. Little Sol, that health bar just growing massively here. Shybor going to be taunted on the front, able to work back to safety. Durance of Hate not going to connect again. Hook will miss. All the while, the Dragon Knight's just been pushing out top lane, by the way. Imperious having a grand old time solo up there, as this infinite fight just keeps breaking out down here. Rootland's going to be cleansed there by Rhaegar, forcing the hook to miss. Taunt onto Shybor, Circle of Life committed, and Tyrael's back to full. 16s here for both teams as we hit the 12-minute mark in the game. Dragon Knight took down the top fort, and now Imperious looking to flank. Mango Man. Ooh, Ronin stuns too. There's the Judgment coming in as well. Tracer trying to get away, gets hit with the Endurance of Fate, but Rhaegar has the heals. Why still controlling that front line, going to be hooked in by Stitches. Has another shield wall available, but the Dragon Queen too strong. Another takedown here for Brickhouse, and now it looks like they're going to take out this bottom fort. Hook not quite going to land there onto Stitches, or onto Tracer, I should say. Oh, Mango Man in trouble. Ronin with those cleaving auto attacks nearly got the takedown. Tyrael just going into keep range. Feeling totally fine doing so. And yeah, right now they're just feeling pretty invincible. Just throwing themselves at this bottom keep wall, regardless of the lack of a minion wave. Abundance build for Zesty's doing big work here. Unity trying to step up here, start something. Varian mounting up, going for the back line, gets a charge taunt onto Zesty. Endurance of Fate lands onto Tracer. Dahaka coming in the back line. Can they catch one? There's a drag, lands onto Alexstrasza. Zesty in trouble, tries to get the Circle of Life save, and will not be enough. Alexstrasza goes down, Scheiborg is next. And that's the way that Unity is going to be able to try to get their way back. They find Alexstrasza, that really kind of takes the engine out. See how much they can do with the time that they've created. "20 seconds on Tyrael and Alexstrasza. Will not be able to take down the bottom structure. Minions actually working on the middle structure here. As Unity grabs themselves a camp. And will grab themselves a bottom side camp as well. Brickhouse back to full strength here. Looking to post up in the bottom lane once again. Mango Man avoids the Endurance of Hate. Stitch is currently up to 76 globes. For those keeping count at home. Ronin on the flank, looking to keep the engage going. Nice split, though, from Unity. 78 and counting. Dahaka taking back the top shrine. Endurance of Hate not going to connect there. Future Bio from Little Soul trying to prevent any further chase onto the back line. Stitches actually getting pretty low there, but Zesty's just gonna let him right back to full health. Varian going to be healed up as well. The Splashing Ancestral gets the team back to full. Unity on level 20. But they're just, I mean, this wall is just impenetrable unless you can get back to Alexstrasza. I feel like they're going to need Dahaka if they're ever going to take this brawl. Varian going to be cleansed back to safety. Hook goes out. Uh-oh. Imperious is going to be the one coming on through here. Mango Man is going to get judged on the spot, has already used the recall, and Tracer will fall. Drunk Unicorn trying to get away here. Will get hit with the hook. Rhaegar in mount form will be caught and taken down. Top lane pressure has been going on. Dahaka been trying to deal with that. Very nice 69 globes here for Tyrael, up to 70 now. 84 here for Stitches. looking at this bottom keep. Tater stepping up, keep getting a little bit low here. 10 seconds on Tracer, 20 on Rhaegar. And this keep is going to go down.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Imperius working on Dahaka here in the mid. Forces the essence to be used. Unity about to be back at full strength with Rhaegar joining the battle. Ronan, uh-oh, may have stepped up a little too far here. Pops the Ancestral. Helping Hand, I don't think that maybe Helping Hand wasn't used, but it's Dahaka that's ultimately going to be going down, as the rest of Brickhouse did arrive for the save. Hawaii goes back to full health twice. Is it going to be enough here? Ronan taunted on the front as the rest of the team is chasing down a Tracer. Mango Man trying to move away, will be slowed by the slam. They really want this Tracer. Mango Man gets away. Oh, Judgment into the backline from Shyborg, still working on Tracer.
Blue team's core is taking damage.
No takedown to be had. So now the core is taking some hits from the camp and the catapult. Ronan looking for another cap here. Brickhouse grabs the dragon.
Now it burns.
Bottom lane. Looks like the focus here. Are they just going to go for a slow march on the core? They're not looking at mid. Dragon Knight getting a little bit low here. Kicking Dahaka away. Dragon Knight just going to try to peel away this shielding, but taking too much damage. Has to move back. This could be the opportunity here for Unity. Tracer's got to catch up, though. Looks like Brickhouse is going to start to move off. Ronan gets slowed there by Rhaegar. Pushed into the back, has to pop the angelic armaments, and the fight is going to break out once again. Ronan low, Circle of Life buff is applied, and does go off. Continuing to battle here, Pina Colada getting a lot of damage as well as Ronan. Imperius still working. Tyrael peeling back there onto Mango Man. Going to be stunned, going to be pulled, and Tyrael goes down. Kawaii, though, is going to be pulled in next. 1 for 1 so far. As now Ronan tries to turn it around here. Will be taken out. Tater just has a full health bar of regen right now. Gonna be going right back to full. Turnaround here from Little Soul, putting out the Putrid Bile. Not able to slow down Mango Man, though. This has just been a non-stop fight for the last 2 minutes or so. Mango Man working on Tater. Feeling okay. Turrets of Fate not going to connect. Tater goes back out there, keeping that, keeping those hyper-reduced cooldowns working. Tracer is low. Mango Man's been doing a good job of sidestepping those lightning novas. Tyrael's coming back. Imperius and Varian are about to be coming back. Minions will be cleared out before this mid-fort goes down. Still no forts taken out here by Unity.
Dragon Knight's power is yours.
As both teams sort of entering camp mode for the moment. Stitches 111 globes now. Tyrael sitting on 86. Kawaii going for the back here. Zesty going to be charged, taunted. The rest of the damage not able to get there through the Putrid Bile. Tater trying to get away from Tracer here. Mango Man targeting that back line. There's the splash isolation from Dahaka. Will not be enough. Kawaii going into the back, gets a charge onto Zesty once again. Endurance of Fate somehow doesn't connect. Kawaii stunned on the front line. Is Mango Man going in there? Splash heals from the Ancestral. Pina Colada getting a little bit low, has to move on back. Getting underneath it. It's Varian going to be the one going down first. Brickhouse getting another takedown. Tracer just trying to separate out members to get them away from Alexstrasza. All the while here, Imperius is broken off to start to capture these shrines. Hook is out, and Tracer will go down. Enough stun time onto Mango Man for the takedown. Meanwhile, in the top lane, that keep is going to fall. Hook not going to land there onto Lark. Tater stepping up. Nice silence there. Li Ming will survive. Keep wall is down. Varian's now on the way back. Styriel about to hit the 100 mark here for Globes. Stitches on 126. As Imperius just sort of rode around the map solo and picked up a dragon here. We're going to work on mid keep for now, as Dahaka is booted away. Core is now the focus with the final keep down. Shielding is being peeled away as the Dragon Knight is getting a little bit low, but I think it might be too little too late here for Unity. Core is taken down. Brickhouse with the Globe composition. Going up 1-0 in the series. GG. They had the plan. They executed. They made it work. Unity just didn't have the... just didn't seem to have the tools to get those takedowns in the back line. They saw they adjusted their strategy, nearly got a couple there. Working on Mephisto, working on Alexstrasza. Just couldn't quite get back there for those finishes, but good effort there. We'll see if they can bring it back in game number 2. Let's go to the post-game. Checking on the stats here. Lark on the Li Ming. 253,000 hero damage. On 0 deaths, no less. A lot of work there with that Globe Li Ming. Fortunately, it was up against 231,000 healing from Alexstrasza. Zesty putting in work there, and of course Tater on the Mephisto, nearly 143,000 hero damage in the end. Let's go to the talents, update the scoreboard here. We will prepare for game 2. All right. We are going to Battlefield of Eternity here for game number 2. Draft is up. Let's get in there. Alrighty. Maiev going to be the first ban once again, this time from Brickhouse. See if Unity is going to switch up their strats at all for this Battlefield comp. There we go. Sticking with the Cho ban. Don't Cho know it. No Chromie time. Makes me sad, of course. When I was playing regularly as a damage player, Chromie was my main. Put out that damage. Drew the bans. Felt good. The last team I played on, I was playing tank, and I drew no bans. Brightwing taken away once again here by Unity. Brickhouse the opportunity for the first pick here in this game. Let's see what they want to show here. Show me Gul'dan. Oh, they're going to take the Rhaegar first here. Gul'dan. Is Gul'dan good on Battlefield? Not really. He is good at going and just clearing the side lane if you're doing a delay comp. So if you want to do a delay comp on Battlefield of Eternity where you just kind of post up and slowly whittle down your opponent and just have Gul'dan just leak away and just like throw 2 abilities and come back to the fight, it's pretty good for that. Bringing it back here with Unity just taking their Tracer Li Ming right off the top here. Interesting draft order. They don't want to get those picks taken away. Little Soul responds with the Diablo. Tater going for Greymane. Greymane might be a little bit vulnerable here, but unless there's a particular bruiser, Diablo might be unkillable once again this game. Unity on the mid ban. Rhaegar, Diablo, Greymane. Blaze might be a problem for them. They're gonna get rid of Thrall. Yeah, Thrall putting point-and-click damage onto Tracer and Li Ming would be pretty rough. Makes sense. Excuse me. Brickhouse on the mid ban. See if they want to take away that Varian, maybe. To disrupt the composition. Well, they're more worried about Johanna. Honestly, understandable. Johanna is a tough one to deal with. Kawhi's going to go for the Varian, and Pina Colada trying to appease the caster by picking the best hero in the game. It's Artanis. Now, Artanis can take Titan Killer. Unfortunately, it's not until level 16. So Unity can start killing Diablo at level 16. Better late than never. Better late than never. Cyborg going for Tychus here, and Ronin on Kharazim to round things out. An interesting choice into this Varian composition, and a lot of very short-range characters here on the side of Brickhouse. I feel like Varian's going to have a lot easier time finding those taunt targets versus this composition. Drunk Unicorn going for the Stukov last pick. Still not a ton in the way of CC on the side of Unity that they might end up getting punished for, but I feel like the comp that they've built does a lot better into what Brickhouse is showing this game than what they showed last game. Greymane's going to be up in the front, Kharazim, Tychus, Rhaegar, like all of them are going to be targets to pick. No one's going to be able to hide in the back here. Let's do it. Game number 2 on the left in the blue, once again, is Unity. Mango Man on Tracer, Lorik on Li Ming, Kawhi on Varian, Drunk Unicorn on the Stukov, and it is Pina Colada on the Artanis. On the right in the red, we have Brickhouse, Little Soul on the Diablo, Ronin playing Kharazim, Zesty on Rhaegar, Cyborg playing Tychus, and Tater is on the Greymane. And it looks like it will be Kharazim off lane to start. I imagine we're looking at Iron Fists. Yes, we are. Varian stacking Lion's Maw here on level 1 as I'm still getting stutters. This is bizarre. I feel like this has got to be something on the server side. Because my frames have been steady at 60. Everything's fine on my end. Anyways, everything's gonna be just fine. The nice thing about when I go and try to turn this into short videos is I actually go and I look and record the replay again for the footage. So there won't be any stutters. Isn't that just the most incredible piece of tech? Li Ming getting some big volleys here to start things off. Splashing onto that back line. Speaking of splashing, Greymane trying to get that cocktail splash there. Remember when Greymane cocktail just exploded on its own? He just threw it and it was just a giant arcing AoE. Good times for Greymane. So far, we've got 8 stacks for Varian as Kawaii, is going to be pulled onto the wrong side of town here. Silence, is it going to be enough? No, Varian will fall as first blood. Brickhouse going to quickly jump on the bottom camp here with their player advantage. Should be no problem doing that. Checking on our top lane. Artanis trying to get tricky there. As we stutter through the game once again. Right now, Unity working on their back camp. Looks like they're going to cap theirs a little bit early. We'll see what they can do with this time. Usually you cap it out right as the objective is spawning, so the enemy team has to make a choice of whether to clear the camp or go to the Immortals. But right now, since the Immortals camp, or since the Shaman camp hasn't even been started for Brickhouse, this might end up being an okay trade. They get to stay here and clear this Shaman camp. No harm, no foul. Immortals are spawning soon. Yeah, they're not going to have time to get their camp out. Kirzim and Artanis remaining in the off lane for now. Brickhouse decide to move away and start their Shaman camp now. That's going to give an opportunity for Unity to jump onto their own Immortal. Little Saul's coming through, looking for a fight. Stun goes out onto Stukov. Taunt from Kawaii onto the front line. Nice swap. And that will be Rhaegar going down, but Stukov goes down in trade. 1 for 1 here. Looks like Brickhouse not going to invade any further, just going to try to do some damage control here on the right. Taking a little bit of those shields off and getting ready for the defense. Immortal unfortunately going to the top lane, so that's going to allow the Shaman camp to be quickly cleared here. Brickhouse's Gambit taking their camp late, not working out. Stukov's been pretty good at following up there on these charged taunts. It's all about the communication here with this comp. Mortal being quickly peeled down as Kawaii charges in. Nice silence there from Stukov right on the gate, making it hard for anyone to step out. Fort wall will go down. Taunt onto the front line. Little Sol gets hit with the pulse bomb as well. No damage onto the fort, but the wall is peeled away. Kawaii charge, looking for a taunt maybe? I don't think taunt... Was taunt ready? Huh. Okay, no taunt. That's okay. Diablo sitting at about half health here. Unity just throw a little bit of damage here onto the fort before setting up for another. Little Salt's going. Surely they wouldn't be here a second time. Oh no! Unity gets the pick there. Oh, that's funny. Nice pick off there by Unity. They're going to look at Mango Man here, taking him down to half. Charge taunt under the tower. Zesty getting away from the silence zone. Greymane now on the way back here as Unity sticking together in the top lane. Immortal's getting ready to spawn. Left side Bruiser camp still 15 seconds on that one. And 10s are pretty close for both teams. They won't be here right as the Immortals spawn, so I imagine we're going to see our offlaners still hanging out here on the bottom side.
You and all your servants in hell will cower before me.
Coming right across the map here is Brickhouse. Is Unity staying in those side lanes trying to get level 10s. Just almost there, almost there. Not quite yet, though. Brickhouse coming on down, grab some of this XP. It looks like they're going to try to get their final bit of XP from this bottom camp. Unity, I'm pretty sure, feels it. They're going to go down here. And this could be a tough spot for Brickhouse. Little Soul trying to move away. Tater going to be swapped and taunted. Greymane goes down. Good game sense there from Unity. 10s all around. Unity's got the shield wall, pulse rounds, wave of force, suppression pulse, and flailing swipes. Brickhouse on go for the throat, divine palm. Ooh, there's taunt silence onto the front line. Lightning breath here for Diablo. Ancestral healing and Draken laser drill. Greymane is on the way back. Unity stepping up here. Little Soul trying to create some space. Gets a stun there. Oh, double stun from the Immortal. Great pin from Diablo. Tracer goes down. And Unity's going to be forced to retreat. Can Brickhouse take this down in time? Diablo and Rhaegar trying to defend here. Little Soul creating some space, forcing Lork to move away. Those Seeker missiles, very strong, but actually not strong enough. Brickhouse take it down. Not too much of a shield, but enough of one. This Tracer's actually going to get stunned there. Has to recall on the spot. Lightning Breath coming on out from Diablo. Going to be cut short there. Pressure continues in the top lane. Shyboard getting out of trouble. Fort is down to half. Brickhouse not wanting to fight under that fort. We'll go ahead and move back. Little recall on the spot there from Mango Man. Surely they won't be here a third time. And they weren't there a third time. Neither team was able to get their Shaman camp before that last objective. Greymane working on it here for Brickhouse. Going to create some top lane pressure in between objectives. Unity, they smelled it, but they got there just a bit too late. Now Little Soul is working here versus Mango Man. Suppression Pulse blinds that backline. Here comes Ronan, looking to get some punches, and that's Tracer going down. Ran out of juice. Drunk Unicorn now trying to move away. Nice slow there. Stukov still walking it back. Shyborg trying to get in range. Nice bump. Drunk Unicorn chased till the ends of the earth, but is ultimately taken out. You know, it's times like that when I want to memorize the Wrath of Khan speech. I know roughly what it is, but not well enough to just break out into Khan's speech. Because that was worth it. It's like, I'll chase you round the Antares Nebula and through perdition's flames before I give you up. Something like that. There's like a whole other verse in there, but I can't remember what it is. Unity coming on through once again, looking to defend their Immortal. Brickhouse just gonna happily back up and reset. Oh, flip stun. Tracer recalls. Gonna be just fine. Ronan might be playing a little too much here. Gets underneath the fort, down to half health. Brickhouse. Staying careful. They know they've got the top lane pushing in during all of this. They're looking for Mango Man once again. Really wanting to get that Tracer down. All the while, Unity working on the top Immortal. This top lane is still plugging away here. Will anyone be able to actually go back and deal with that? Looks like they will take the time to do so, but their keep wall has already been damaged. Nice suppression pulse by Artanis. Try to save a little bit of time, but ultimately Brickhouse, with their split-pushing Shaman camp, will use that to pick up this objective. Bottom lane getting prepped for the objective now. Mango Man going way out there. Little Soul was looking for a pin opportunity. And here comes the Immortal. A little bit of shielding left, that should be peeled away soon. Laser drill coming on out here from Tychus to help take down this structure. Little Soul looking for Lork here. Will get the pin on the side. Li Ming staying a little too close to that wall and will be punished. Why you taking some hits there? Nice peels though from Stukov. All the while, Artanis is trying to find level 16 in the top lane, just wailing on that fort. Little Soul going after Mango Man once again. They desperately want to get that takedown onto Tracer. Has Tracer died yet? Tracer has died twice, okay. Ronin, ooh, is going to be healed up with the Ancestral, but is sitting in the Silence Puddle, has to move away. Mango Man wants the chase down. Tracer may have gone a little too far this time, and finally, Brickhouse will claim their prize. Unity did do enough offlane soak. They're going to have their 16s. But in a tough position on the map here. Bottom keep is almost down. Top keep, a little bit of damage on the wall, but not a ton. Little Soul wrapping around here. Uh-oh. Oh, it's the super ultra mega flank. Alright. Have they flanked? Have they outflanked themselves? Have they? No, stick around. You're good. You're good. They're off vision. Little Soul's coming across. Oh. They outflanked themselves. Unfortunate. That's a Zul'jin Distillery move if I ever saw it. The low flank, especially if the fort's still up. I mean, the fort wasn't still up there, but Zul'jin Distillery, they live on that part of the map. A little bit of free scouting for you if you're Divsy. Are they C or B? I can't remember where Zul'jin Distillery landed this time, but casting them so many times, playing against them so many times. This is where they play. They're all down here. Brickhouse just going to pick themselves up a free keep there. Thank you very much. Unity coming down from the top side of the map here. Going to have to try to defend. They're looking for Mango Man again. Tracer recalls on the spot. Taunt goes out onto the front line. There's the healing onto Ronin. Divine Palm is going to get the save this time. Taking 2 healing ults, but it is going to be enough. Little Soul may not be so lucky here, though. Oh, is going to heal up with the Flame Stomp. Now trying to chase down to the kill is Ronin. Tater jumping in there, not able to get the execute. Mango Man is just dodging around. Little Soul wants one more, not going to find it. Diablo in the mix, tries to get the healing once again. Oh my goodness, Diablo! We need another heal? No, Diablo goes down. Nice pickup there by Unity. Brickhouse They're going to get the Diablo right back here, though. Will Sol a little light on souls, but able to start this fight once again. Top lane pushing in with this Shaman camp. Unity not going to have the time to go and deal with that. They've got to fight. Little Sol going right into the mix, going to be swapped in by Artanis. Taunt and Silence is just wrecking the backline of Brickhouse right now. Mango Man chasing down Zesty. Oh, they do get the pin this time, and Tracer not going to be able to get away. Unity trying to get the last couple hits here. Drunk Unicorn will go down. Kawaii being chased out next. Getting slowed and flipped, and that is Varian to fall. All the while, Top Keep did go down. With 3 kills, doesn't even matter that they don't have the objective. Brickhouse is going to move in, and they're going to take this win. Force shielding is going down here. Artanis and Li Ming are going to do their best, but there goes Artanis. Little Sol is making sure Lark doesn't just reset kill the whole team, but Brickhouse going to take the second game and the series. Very nicely played. GG. Solid performance there from Brickhouse. Unity, a little better in that second game. Looking strong, looking like they had an opportunity to come on back, but going into the double healer, just a little bit too much for that squad. Let's go to the postgame. Checking out the statistics here. Lark on the Li Ming, leading the way in damage once again, nearly 57,000 for Unity. Side of Brickhouse, it was Shyborg on the Tychus. Top siege, top hero damage, 0 deaths. Very nicely done. Go to the talents, update the scoreboard, and we'll see if we can get ourselves an interview with our winning team. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, Tater. Thanks for joining me, and congrats on the 2-0.
Thank you very much. Feels good.
I think I said this to the teams on Monday, but I'll say it again here. You guys didn't look like you were having any fun at all out there.
You know, it's I don't know how many folks know this, but we were supposed to be in Division B, and had I as the captain made a mistake on the East versus West, and so there was not space for us in the East, and we figured we'd rather play harder teams than play games at like 11 at night. Maybe we'd have to forfeit like all our games, and so it's been you can see it in our record. It's been a rough season, but we are thrilled to get some wins, and we're trying to have fun with our drafts as we do it. So this was a win on all fronts for us tonight. We had a great time, and we got some W's.
Looked like pretty fun time out there. Game number 1, obviously a theme draft coming on through there. I noted that I personally saw basically that draft in the EU Ravencourt playoffs this weekend.
Huh.
Is that one that you've uncorked possibly recently since this weekend, or is that something that's been a part of the repertoire since earlier than that?
It really has. It's been a long part of the repertoire. If you look back in earlier seasons, when we first started playing NGS in like 2021, I think we kind of organically came up. Somebody thought about the globe factory, and we started looking up every hero that has any globe interaction. We failed at it with Kael'thas for a while, who just gets an infinitely large shield, but it's still every 50 seconds, so that wasn't a great fit. And we found the Mephisto, and man, if you get all the pieces of that, it's really hard to fight. It just has so much sustain. We're taking such long fights. We come away with it mostly full health, and it's really a tough draft to fight into unless you've got like some real particular dive and pick to get to the back line of it.
Well, you certainly gave it a try. They were making some big adjustments going after Alex Straza and Mephisto on that back line towards the end of the game there. Did you have to make any adjustments on your end in terms of positioning those heroes and making sure that it wasn't, just a quick pick and then a rollover?
We did. We really towards the end of that fight there were I think back-to-back fights, one bottom and then one mid where the Dahaka got a double isolation, a level 20 isolation on me the Mephisto and on Zesty on the Alexstrasza. We had to get comms to tell us where we needed to be and how much danger we were in. And for sure we needed to adjust some like target calling. Our tank was target calling on the people he was or running in on over by the Dragon Knight, and meanwhile Tracer was in the back harassing the healer and I, and so we had to kind of regroup, refocus, and just kind of spread through the team that if either of the two of us were calling that the Tracer was in the back, the Tyrael was a fantastic counter to it. We saw that Mango Man plays a lot of Tracer, and I thought about particularly for the Tracer counter that Tyrael, and it was working. Those charges were really putting a stop to her, so we were able to focus it back up and shore up the slight issues we were having through some of those fights.
It was a very cool execution on that comp for sure. Just showing that it's not a quick comp. You just wait it out, and eventually you just managed to roll over that core there. Very nicely done.
Yeah.
Game number 2, up against a pretty similar profile from them. This time they got the Stukov. Your draft ended up like you got the double healer. I was a little bit worried about how short range you were though into that Varian. Did you have to switch up your style a little bit since it wasn't so much hang out in the back? It was more like we got to get in there with the Greymane Rhaegar.
Honestly, I think I mean I made some talent choices on the Greymane for getting some higher range to be able to kite him. But I think the bigger key to our success there is that we were the Tracer was coming back to harass, and the Diablo was just putting a combo on her. It wasn't doing anything except making her rewind, and then she didn't have that rewind ready, and so we were really able to, I think, kill her towards the start of a few different fights there, which kind of turned it. Uh, the Varian was for sure a problem, especially in the early game in that bottom lane back and forth. We made it very clear to everyone, if you get Varian taunted, you're probably going to die. I got caught completely unawares top lane when we were checking top mercs after an objective, and our Diablo was checking the bush, and I was within charge range behind the Diablo, and I got charged past the Diablo, and everybody jumped on me, and I died. Certainly a very scary comp by them, but I think we more drafted around the Tracer and Li Ming than we did around the Varian, and it paid off.
Yeah, I was thinking about that during the draft. It's like, do they want to ban the Varian and then you ban Johanna? And I thought that was probably still a better choice just based on Johanna being as powerful as she is. But yeah, still had to make some adjustments for the Varian, but I thought you did well. Very nicely done.
Yeah, thank you. It was touch and go for a while, especially in that second game. It felt a little rough early on, those maybe first one or two objectives, but by the end of it, we felt really well in control. We're gonna need to watch the replay and see where they went that one time bottom lane where we wrapped around. But other than that, the end of that game felt very solid for us.
Well, those very solid 2-0 there. Getting towards the end of the season here. How many games do you have left?
We have one of our upcoming games was one of the couple teams that forfeited Division A. So we have, I want to say, a game. We have a second game this week. This was supposed to be scheduled next week, and then in about 3 weeks from now, we have our final game. So I want to say there's 2 more games for us in this.
Okay.
Season.
Yeah, but the end of the season always sneaks up on me. I felt like we were, a little past the middle, and then teams were like, yeah, we got like a game or 2 left. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you mentioned you're playing sort of above where you were intended to be. Do you feel like if you were to come back to this division next season, you'd fit in a little bit better? Or do you feel like you'll end up just, wanting to target more going back to B?
If the rankings and whatnot shake out such that we're assigned to B, I think we'll be happy to be back in B. We like I said, we felt in control a lot of these 2 games. Maybe the only 2 games this season. We've had a pretty rough go of it for a lot of the season.
I see.
So
okay.
It was nice to finally get our footing under us, but I think we'll all be happy. There's been a lot of talk of, great, this was a learning experience, and we've been punished for mistakes, and we'll take that learning back down to Division B. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I've played in Division D. I've also played a Nexus division, and the stuff you can get away with at certain levels drastically changes, and that was a big learning
Mhm.
curve for me. It was just like, as a tank, it's like, oh yeah, I can just wander around and nothing will happen, and then I go up and play against Masters players. I'm like, oh, I just die instantly if I do that. And just little things like that. So yeah, I mean, it's cool to get that sort of learning experience out of playing sort of above where you usually do. And I think, yeah, if you end up back in B West next season, or B East, I should say, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you'll be better for it.
Yeah, I think we agree, but I think we'll all be happy to have this road behind us in all honesty. So thank you so much for casting. This was it's always nice, especially the one time that we pull out a couple of wins for we're getting casted. It feels very good for us.
Oh, my pleasure. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we head out here?
I want to shout out Dizzy Wingman, the former captain of our team, who's still on the team, but just had a baby, and he's been filling in for us in the rest of the season. So we're happy to have him on the team, even though he didn't get a chance to play tonight as well. Lady Ronan, our other player who didn't play tonight. And then a long-standing tradition for our team's shoutouts. We started playing during the pandemic when a lot of people were having mental health crises, um, because it was understandably a pretty trying time for a lot of people. So every time we have the soapbox, our team likes to shout out just generally mental health resources. There, if you just Google mental health resources, they will put up on there for you local crisis hotlines and things to call. There are resources out there to get you the help that you need, and there are people who will support you.
Fantastic. All right. Tater, thanks for coming on by. Grats on the win, and good luck in the last few games here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for casting us.
My pleasure. Have a good one.
You too.